Okay, fine. Yeah. Welcome to all my dear friends, masters, and gods. Thank you all for joining these sessions. And first of all, thanks to our Guru Brahmashi Patriji and our Seth Master and all the masters whoever is helping us with all the wisdom that is needed in our day-to-day lives. Okay. So today I would like to share my experiences. Okay. I would like to share all the important things that would be connecting. Yeah. So from my childhood, I actually don't remember many moments, actually. Very few moments I remember or I can recall, which would be actually very much uh, life-changing ones. That is what I remember. Because from that moment onwards, the life that I was leading was completely different. Okay. So during my childhood, I used to spend time very happily, actually. Okay. So I don't know what is suffering, what is pain, what is struggle and all. Okay. So though we are poor, I didn't felt I am poor at all. Okay. I enjoyed each and every moment. I used to play with all the kids around and almost all the time I was happy only. Okay. As I mentioned in our previous sessions, there was one experience where we were playing cricket when I was a kid in a small street, and somebody got hit from the backside, and I was beaten so badly because of that. So that experience changed my perception or perspective completely. Okay. So from that moment onwards, I stopped going out and playing with others actually. So that is the moment when I started spending time with myself, because I am not going outside and not playing with any kids. The only thing that left with me was spending time with myself. Okay. So, so in one way, that actually helped me how to be happy with myself. So most of the time, we usually try to find happiness by doing something, right? In the by spending time with the outer world. But that experience actually helped me to completely change my perception of everything. Okay, I just spend time with myself and I just sit myself alone without doing anything. And again, I'm happy with that. Okay, so that actually helped me how to be with myself and be happy and enjoy my company as well. Okay, so that is one experience. And over the time, there are so many experiences. We, we we were at one place until intermediate, plus two. So after plus two, we shifted from one place to another place. Uh, we used to be there in the small town called Challapalli. Okay, that is nearby Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh, India. So during my degree, we just shifted to Machilipatnam. Okay, so that is when we actually met our spiritual gurus, and they are they are like our spiritual parents actually now, and we are like a family. Okay, so during degree also not much experiences, but once degree was over, okay, before that I just have to tell about the experiences with my father and how family relationship was. Okay. In my family, if you see, I'm a mother's kid. My sister is a father's kid. Okay. Usually this happens in most of the families. So my mother used to support me all the time, and my father used to support my sister. And my father used to scold me most of the times. Okay, because from my childhood I was so innocent. Okay, and I don't know how to do things and how to be uh, matured as well. I'm a little bit immature also. Okay, very childish, very kiddish, and I don't understand things that much easily also when I was a kid. Okay, so that's why everybody looks at me in a different way and very uh, uh, in a lower perspective actually. Okay, I don't know the right word right now. So they used to see me with some lesser importance. Okay, because I don't do things as everybody likes, everybody does. Okay, and my understanding level is also a bit lower, and nobody tries to explain me things also. They just ask me to do things the way they wanted, but I won't be able to do in that way. So in that way, I'm not matured for them, and uh, I'm not better person. No, maybe that is the right word. So because of that, my father used to scold me all the time. Okay, he used to beat me all the time, scold me all the time. And there was one experience, very funny. Uh, During my fifth standard, I think, uh, in my class, there was a these quarterly exams or monthly exams will be there, right? So in my class, in one of the exam, one student got out of 25, 24 he scored in mathematics. Okay. So usually what parents will do, parents will appreciate what, wow, you got so much good marks and all, right? But what happened? This student's father, he came to school and he complained, how come my son got 24 marks out of 25, that too in mathematics? He doesn't know anything at all. I know him very well. So he definitely might have copied the exam. So what you are doing? What kind of inspection you are doing? Like that, he complained in the office. So immediately, one teacher came to class, and they stopped for the current class, whatever was happening, and they called the student in front of everyone and gave the same question paper, asked each and everyone every problem to solve, and he did that actually. Okay, so they were surprised. How come his father was like this? So then they informed his father that, yeah, he did correctly only. He was able to do everything. He didn't copy it. He really scored the marks genuinely. That is when his father got satisfied. That is my father only. Okay. I was, by the time teacher comes, that news came to us. Okay. Everyone is, the teacher also discussing that some student's father came and did the complaint saying that these many marks somebody got, like that. So we were just laughing within ourselves. Who will complain like that, like this? Okay, but in the end, it was actually my father. It was so funny for me. Okay, so that's how my father was actually. Okay, he doesn't believe in me, and he thinks I am not that much good enough also. Okay, so because of that kind of opinion, he used to beat for everything, and he always scolds for each and everything because he expects in one way. I won't be doing that way. I'll be doing the opposite way. So because of this kind of relationship, what happened? We developed a kind of behavior. Whatever my father asks, I won't do in that way definitely. If he wants to do in that way, I won't do that way at all. I will do in the opposite way. That's how we build our relationship. Okay. So I'm not saying that my father is bad or I am bad. We're all, we both are good actually. We both love each other, but still the way of expression is like that only. Okay. That's how we choose our paths. Okay. So this is one experience, and that is how the relationship would be. And in fact, my father and mother, they also having some issues as well. Okay, because my father was not that much studied. Okay, he doesn't have that much education, and what other people surrounding him tells him, he believes that is the truth, and he always doubted my mother. Okay, because my father was with a black color, whereas my mother was full red color and very strong person. Okay, so we, we used to have a small uh, kirana shop, not kirana shop, pan shop. Okay, where people used to sell cigarettes and pan and all. Okay, so the surrounding people who are is there with my father, they used to get jealous because my father got uh, colorful wife, and they used to tell something which is not real. Okay, and my father used to believe that, and he used to doubt my mother, and so they have some kind of issues from my childhood, but we don't know them. Okay, so because of this kind of issues on a periodic basis, what happened, my mother actually developed one kind of uh, mental disorder. Okay, because my father used to scold her and doubt her and tell so many bad things and all. She she kind of developed one kind of uh, issues. Okay, some mental disorder thing. Okay? So we didn't realize that in the beginning stage, but over the time we realized how much bad it was. Okay, so this gets getting gradually, it is getting increasing. Okay, so meanwhile, we just moved to Machilipatnam and I completed my degree studies, and I just moved for higher studies, MCA, some other place. Okay, so I was staying away from home. Okay, so when I was staying away from home, my roommate was there. Okay, he's a very good guy, and you may be thinking why I am telling all these things, but these are all very, very important points because these are all getting connected in the later stage. Okay. So he has some love story, but the girl's father family doesn't accept him. So because of that, he used to struggle a lot most of the time. Okay. He suffers, he gets some pain, emotional pain, all those things. But as I mentioned, right, I don't know about pain at all. I don't know about suffering because I used to take each and everything very light. Okay. So I was a bit surprised why this guy is struggling this much. Okay, if the girl's family is not accepting, fine, leave it. Why you have to worry that much? Why you have to cry? Why you have to suffer? So these kind of thoughts I was having. Okay. So one day I just asked myself, okay, what is this pain? What is this suffering? How it would be? Just in a casual way. Okay. No intention behind it at all. By seeing him, I was just enthusiastic. What is this pain? What is this suffering? Why he's struggling so much? Because by seeing that, I just had this kind of thoughts in me. Okay. And I just left it there. After that, when I was at the end of second year MCA, we were we went for a workshop actually. Okay, in our college there was a workshop happened. In that workshop, I met a girl, and for me that love happened. Okay, I don't know how it happened. It just happened, and I just expressed her, and she rejected immediately, saying that already their father and all looking matches, and that to their relatives only. Okay, so that was over that time, but I couldn't take that thing. So till that moment, I was under impression that I'd be able to take anything very easily, and I could live life happily. But the rejection, I couldn't take that. Okay. That made me sad actually. I'm not uh, it didn't cause me pain, but it caused me sad. How come somebody reject me? Okay. So I was leading my life from that moment onwards very sadfully. And I stopped talking. I was completely silent. I'm not speaking to anyone at all. So till that moment, I was very jovial. I was able to speak to everyone in the class. I used to go to each and every friends and spend time and all. But after that moment onwards, completely I changed. I myself not aware. I was changed. Okay. I was completely silent and I was not able to digest it. I'm just carrying that sadistic mood. Okay. One day, one friend came to me and told that how I was and how I am now. Then only I was realized, oh, that much I changed. But that didn't change me at all. Okay. I still continued that way. Okay. So that is one kind of phase in my life. So after that, MCA got over and I just came back and we went to Hyderabad for job search and all. And meanwhile, my mother's condition was very serious. Okay. Uh, One day it was so much serious that she committed suicide also. Okay. So they immediately called me, asked me to come back home. So by that time, we were there in the uh, in one we took rent in one house who are actually meditators. Okay. So by the time this happened, my mother was already into meditation. My father was already into meditation because they are spending time there. And the masters taught them meditation and what are the benefits and all. Because I was staying away, I was not aware of much about meditation and all during that time. Okay. Even when I come to home, they stopped actually taking non-vegetarian and all. Before that, we used to take non-veg. But once my mother, father came into meditation, they stopped eating non-veg also. But when I came to home during any leaves and all, my mother used to give me money and ask me to buy some non-veg and I'll cook for you. But I used to buy only vegetables and go back and ask her to do something else. Okay. Then she used to ask me why I was doing like that. I told them because you already stopped it, why you have to eat because of me? I also won't eat in home. That's what I told. That's fine. Okay. It was like that. So later, that situation was very severe, and my mother committed suicide, and they called me home. After that, my meditator aunt and uncle they suggested us to go to Vizag. In Vizag, we have a pyramid meditation center where it is a healthcare center as well. So where whoever is not well, they can spend some time there, do meditation, and get well like that. Okay. And nearby, there is a government hospital where we have one meditated doctor who is actually treating the psychological patients. Okay. Whoever is having a disorder, he can treat them. So both in both ways, it will be benefit for us. So they asked us to go there. Okay. So I took my mother there and we spent there 10 days. Okay. And those are the last 10 days of my mother. And I was lucky enough to spend that much time with her and in her last stage. Okay. So we used to spend time, we used to do meditation and all. And I used to speak to her more often. Okay. Till that point of time, uh, we don't talk about life and what are the what are the experiences that she is going through. All these things we never talk about. Okay. But those are the 10 days I got time and I spoke to her and I tried to explain things in my own way by linking one aspect to another aspect. And even I was surprised how I was able to know all these things. Okay, because I don't even know that I was able to convey that much information to her. Okay, that is also one experience for me. So after 10 days, what happened? It was a new moon day, I think, and one full night session was arranged there. I don't remember that topic and all, but one master came and he just made us sit in meditation before starting the session. So when we sat in meditation, my mother get up and she went away. Okay. I know she got up because I was sitting beside her, but I was like that because the instructions will be given such a way, right? When we sit in meditation, until we complete the meditation, we should not get up, no matter what. So I was sticking to that, but I didn't realize the situation. I was not that much, I don't have that much maturity also to understand at what time we have to do what and all. So since as like everybody else, I just sat in meditation. After 15 minutes, meditation was over, and I just tried to looking my mother. I thought that okay, she might be sitting outside or went to washroom and all. But I couldn't find her, and immediately because that evening only she again tried to go away from the house, and we just pulled her back and we made her sit inside. Okay. So everybody in that means that center in charge knows the situation. Okay. So they immediately realized what could be the situation. We realized that she went outside. So immediately each and every master whoever came to the session, they started searching everywhere in that village. We were searching whole night, but we couldn't find her. Later in the morning, when we went to police station and then railway police station also we went. And in the railway police station, they told us that there is somebody in the track. There is somebody we found in the track, and all the uh, means all the sari, everything, whatever we have given, it was matching, is what they told. So we went there and we found it was my mother. Okay, it was 6 kilometers from the place. Okay, it was very dark that road. We don't know how she went and all, but she went and in that state she committed suicide. Okay, and that that from the road she went almost half kilometer along the track, and there she got suicide attempt and all. Okay, and to lift her body and bring that body back to uh, ambulance, nobody actually helped us there. Only me and ambulance driver lifted the body and took the body to the ambulance. So this one is very important. Why? Because I didn't realize during that time, but once I am into meditation and I was starting doing meditation continuously, there was a memory flashed in my mind. So during my childhood, in this lifetime only, during my childhood, one of the relatives' mother vacated the body. Okay. So when they vacate the body, so the elder son will carry some pot in front of the group, and he will go in the front, and all others will try to lift the body and take the body, right? So I was asking one of the person beside me why why the son is not carrying the mother's body, why he's carrying only simply that pot and all. Then that person told me that no, elder person cannot carry the body because they have to carry this pot and they have to go in front. So it cannot be possible. It would be the same with everyone. Then I love my mother so much, and I don't know what actually I was asking for also during that time. Okay. I told to myself inside such a way that no matter what, I will carry my mother, my mother's body when she evacuated the body. Okay. I don't know what I was asking for during that time. Okay, I don't know why that kind of ritual, why they can't carry and all. Because in that, I don't remember the age also. Okay, so it was, I don't know how much intensely I asked for it. Okay, though it is inside only, I don't know how much intensely I asked for it. If you see the connection, the way it has come realized, it got manifested for me. I lifted my mother's body. Okay, but of course, the experience is completely different. Okay, she got committed suicide, and that actually led me to lift her body. So that way, whatever the thought I actually intended for during one of my uh, childish, childish stage, that got manifested. So you see, we keep hearing, right? Ask and it is given. So I could relate that thing here. So when I was into my, so during that time, I didn't realize that thing. But after that, whenever I started meditation continuously and attending programs and all, this memory flashed me. So that connected me so much. So why I went through that kind of experience means because of this is what you asked for. So universe has so many ways to make it happen. So in that way, whatever I asked for was manifested. So it doesn't matter whether you are asking with intention, with a proper understanding or not, doesn't matter. So whatever you ask for will be manifested depending upon your power of intention. Okay, masters. So this is one kind of experience. Okay. So uh, you leave this part thing, but that experience actually made me so much sad again. Okay. So I was already in sad position because of one girl rejected me. Now my mother, I lost my mother, and that got so much anger inside me because I love my mother so much, and I was so dumb during that time. I blamed everything to my father because I was thinking inside me, all this happened because of my father only. Because he didn't treated her well. He always scolded her. Whatever she do, he never praised her. Okay, he never praised any one of us. In fact, it's not. I cannot say it is his fault. Okay, that is how he has grown up. Okay, that is the only way that he can express. There are ways that one can express things. Okay, based upon how they grown up. Okay, because during that time I was not aware of this spiritual path. I don't have soul knowledge at all. So I was living completely materialistic way, physical life only. Okay, there is no soul knowledge at all, not even 1%. So because of that, I took it so personally. Okay, and I thought that my father was the reason for my mother's situation, and because of which she committed suicide. So it got me so much furious. Okay, so much anger inside. And after that, some rituals will happen, right? Some 10 to 15 days. I just waited for those 10 15 days. After that, I left the home without even telling my father, and I just went to Hyderabad again because I was so angry. And when my mother was there, I used to tell because I'm not expressive that much. Okay, I'm because of the fear that I was having from my childhood because my father used to scold, he used to beat. In front of him, we cannot even utter or we cannot express our opinions. Okay, so that kind of environment it was. So I was brought up with so much fear. Okay, I can't utter anything. Even if I want to express, I can't express. Okay, because that's how I was brought up. Okay. So because of that reason, I couldn't express him what I was thinking, and I left the home without even conveying to him. And I stopped talking to him because when my mother was there, I used to tell to myself that you don't realize the value of mother now, but you will realize when mother is not there. I used to tell to myself that thing. Okay, because the way things happens on a daily basis, he used to scold. There shouldn't be any matter at all. Okay, he doesn't find any reason to scold and all. Okay, whatever we do, he keeps scolding. uh, Fine. Okay. So because of that, I couldn't express much. Okay. I always I talk very less and very not open-hearted. Okay, open-minded. So because of that, so I left home without intimating him, and I stopped talking to him. I told to myself, let me not talk to him until 3 months. After 3 months, I will speak to him. Why I didn't speak to him? Okay. So those 3 months, I didn't spoke to him at all. So and there was a ritual. Okay. My uncle or someone has to give some uh, clothes to me. My father seems so one kind of ritual. So after 2 months, 12 days, they called us for doing that ritual. Okay. So my father used to call me number of times. He called me number of times during this gap, but I never picked up his call at any point of time. So he went through so much struggle during that day. Actually, I should have been there with him during that tough time because it is very important for him because for him, mother is the only companion. I went out of home and my sister also got married. She was also out of home. So only company he was having it was my mother. Now she was not there. So I should have been with him and I should have given him all the moral support that is needed. But I didn't do that. Instead, I gave him more trouble, more pain. Okay. So for this ritual, he was waiting for me to come home so that we both can go to my uncle's home. But what I did, I directly went to my uncle's home. I didn't came to my home and I didn't spoke to my father. So that got my father very much disturbed and he lost all his hope with that. He was so brave, he don't mind challenging anyone. Doesn't matter whoever it is. You may be in a higher position. You may be a big rich person. You might be his owner. Doesn't matter. If anything is wrong, he used to dare. He used to challenge anyone. He used to speak to them. He used to ask them. He used to clarify things then and there. So he's such a kind of brave person. Okay. I don't have that much courage. So I never ever expected one thing from my father, but that actually happened. So because I was ignoring him and I was the only last hope for him, and because on that day I didn't even come to home and I didn't spoke to him, he lost all his hope and he committed suicide, which was unexpected. That shattered me completely. Okay, that was I don't know what to do. I didn't even realize how come this can happen. My mother was also so brave, so courageous. She used to challenge anyone. Okay, she used to speak. She don't bother about speaking truth to anyone at all, even to her mother, father, whoever it is. Everybody frightens to speak to my mother. because she is so strong and she speaks the truth. But because of her mental disorder, she got into some state and she committed suicide. That is okay, I can understand that thing. But my father, I never ever expected that it can happen with him. I didn't realize until that day how much grave mistake I have done. But I don't have any words to say during that particular point of time. Okay, that was again another big blow for me. So with these incidents in my life, I completely shut down myself. Okay, fine. Masters, it is taking more time, but I just thought of giving all these experiences view so that how I was before and how meditation helped me to transform. So you need to understand this thing, transformation. You need to understand how I was and how what are the experience I have went through. That's why I was giving this much detailed sharing, masters. So we will stop here today. I will continue to share my experiences tomorrow also. I thought that I'll be able to complete in 30, 40 minutes, but still there is some more experiences which may take 15, 20 minutes. So tomorrow I will continue sharing my experiences. Okay. So for today, I will stop here. If any of you want to share anything, uh,